Merry Christmas, everybody. So glad that you're here. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic, wonderful, happy day. Christmas can be so emotionally charged. So I'm just sending out blessings to you, hoping that they will impact and make things better. You know, we are impacted by other people's energy as they think of us and hope for things for us, or even think of us negatively. So I try to always think of you guys in a positive way. So let's see what kind of cards we have coming up here for Christmas. Let's hope that they're really fantastic, good ones, but we know that whatever comes up is for our highest and best good to know about. So we will take it as a message of love from Sacred Spirit either way. All right, let's start off with our overall energy, and then I'll pull one card for each sign. Overall energy shows up as the High Priestess. Oh, I like it. That's really nice. Shows that intuition is good. The High Priestess can be somebody who is a little bit cold and distant, but that is generally if there's something going on that makes her feel like she needs to be defensive, or if she's kind of overloaded with social situations. And I think that's an important thing to pay attention to today, especially, is that people with High Priestess type of personality can really get well grounded in nature and sort of rejuvenate with that. And being around a lot of people for too long can be kind of rough. And so we may be having this sort of show up today. So obviously, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed by being around too many people, get out for a walk in nature. Get out in the fresh air. If you can't get out to a park or woods, even just walking around the block or down the road, whatever your neighborhood situation is where you are, can really help to refresh and rejuvenate. Okay, so that's the first thing that we have coming up on Christmas Day. Let's see how this energy plays out for every single sign, starting with, as usual, Aries. Okay, Aries, Two of Wands. Two of Wands. This just means that you have some choices today, Aries, and those choices involve, they're actually good options, whatever those options are. For some of you, you could have options about who you're sitting next to at the Christmas dinner table, or what you're doing. For some of you, it could be, where am I going to go eat for Christmas? There's a lot of different things that could come up, but whatever you choose is actually going to be good. That's what this card says. And with the High Priestess showing up here, I would say that using your intuition is probably going to be the way that you make this decision. All right, I don't see you just flipping a coin here. Okay, let's look next at Taurus. So Taurus, we have the Nine of Swords showing up in reverse. This is a really nice card to have show up on Christmas Day. Talks about an end of something that was causing stress. So maybe some of you are just glad to be at Christmas Day. Maybe the build-up was getting too stressful, and now you're able to relax. But we do see some relaxation coming in. There may be a little bit of time in nature to help with that relaxation, so a nice walk after dinner maybe, but definitely feeling some release of pressure today, so we like that. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. Three of Cups coming up here today. Gemini, this just talks about the idea of having some really good time with friends. And I think with our overall energy, we're probably just spending maybe a couple of hours with friends. It's not necessarily going to be the whole day, but still a very enjoyable time. Next up, looking at Leo. Bum, ba, da, da, da. Leo's taking some time off of work. Have you guys been working right up until Christmas Day? This gives you a chance to have some time away from work, to not be working. This could also be the idea that, Leos, you guys are not the ones cooking Christmas dinner, but not working is what we have showing up here. And that could be not clocking in, but it also can be not doing work around the house or whatever. Maybe you're doing something to make Christmas dinner easier. I know one year I ordered a Christmas dinner kit from Mimi's Cafe, and that made things so much easier. All I had to do is stick everything in the oven at the right time and pull it all out and serve it. So this could indicate something along those lines as well, where you're just lightening the workload. Boop-a-doo-doo, or you're just not working at all. All right, and that was for Cancers. Next up, let's look at, no, that's not right, Leos. I was going backwards instead of forwards. Okay, Leos, 3 of Swords showing up in reverse. This is a really great reversal to have. This talks about some type of healing of an emotional situation. So we really like this. Could it be somebody coming back from the past? Maybe. Could be. Does it have to be? Nah. I think for a lot of you, this is going to be healing up of an emotional situation that has to do with family or with friends. Christmas is a nice time to reach out to people that maybe we haven't heard from for a while, or that maybe things kind of went off the tracks with, and a lot of people, try to capitalize on that Christmas spirit to help things get back on track more easily. That could be happening today. You could be somebody doing that. That could be somebody doing it too. You can go either way, actually. All right. Next up, let's look at Leo, or that was Leo. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. What's happening here for you, Virgos? Isn't that kitty peeking over the head just so cute? There's a decision here that has to be made with that 2 of Swords. And I think that you're making a decision pretty much intuitively. So this is not a decision that is just, what time are we going to serve dinner? This is something that's going to have a long-lasting impact. And I think you're making this decision in a very well-grounded way, in a very fair way. If you look at her eyes, you can tell she's not really seeing things in the 3D. So she's not looking at anything that would make her biased. She's looking at things in a very fair way. And intuition is definitely going to play a role. Boop, ba-doo, doo. That's Virgo. Next up, we're looking at, what? Libra. Justice card in reverse, Libra. What is happening here? Justice card is your card as far as indicator for signs. Boop-a-dee-doo-doo-boo. This is interesting. So I think today things may be a little bit out of balance with that Justice card coming up in reverse. What is happening here? There are a lot of Libras who are highly intuitive, but I'm feeling like it's really hard for you to be objective enough to be accurate with any kind of intuition today. And I'm also feeling like things are out of balance in that I think that somebody may be being kinder to you than you feel like you've been to them. So somebody may be giving you gifts, and now you're realizing you did not give them the same effort and energy in getting their gift as what they got you, or doesn't have to even be about gifts, but there's just something that's out of balance here, and it feels like it's hard for you to have good intuition about this whenever we're out of balance, because it's hard for us to be objective. And so I think that we're looking at something, those of us with Libra placements, and seeing it as out of balance, as somebody did more, gave more, put more energy or effort into something than what we did. And I think we're feeling, it comes across to me that this is surprising to us. We weren't expecting somebody to do as much as they've done. Yep. Okay, next let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay, Page of Wands showing up in reverse. Scorpios. Interesting. I'm just laughing because this isn't really so much of a surprise. This talks about that with all the Christmas festivities going on, we're not feeling super enthused about them. You know, Scorpios are water signs. We really fit the bill of, you know, when we've been around people too long, we start to really feel that. We start to get depressed and feel frustrated and sometimes aggravated and sometimes grumpy if we don't get a chance to just kind of get away and rejuvenate. And with this Page of Wands, I think we are definitely feeling a depletion in energy here with all the Christmas festivities. So, advice, of course, is if you start to notice that you're feeling overwhelmed by being around too many people too long, get out, go for a drive, take a walk, do something so that you can rejuvenate and feel better, you know, before you have to go back in and be around a bunch of people again and, you know, try to look happy even if maybe you're not. So if you can rejuvenate, then maybe you can be happy, but you've got to, it's a really good idea to plan that time, plan some rejuvenation time into whatever the festivities are that you're participating in. That would be a really good way to make sure that you don't start feeling low energy like this Page of Wands talks about. Okay? And trust me, I'm going to be doing that. Alright, I've got 4 planets in Scorpio. I don't want to be feeling like that, though. Sagittarius. 6 of Cups coming up in reverse. What do we have here? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, it very well could be with this card coming in that whatever time we're spending with family or maybe even with friends, whatever, this can really, it has the potential to turn into memories that we would rather not think back on, if you know what I mean. So Sagittarius, with that High Priestess in the overall energy, you know, you could be kind of pulling back from any kind of social situations, which is not really normal for you. But you may be doing that sort of as a defensive posture. High Priestess can do that. She can seem very icy, just as a defensive process. That's not your normal personality, though. I'm just feeling around for what's best advice for you here. Best advice, really, if you start to see something go south, you do want to sort of pull back or hold back and not really contribute to, not add more fuel to the flames, you know. Whether that's something going south between you and another person or whether you're just witnessing something going south with other people, this basically says don't try to get in the middle and be the peacemaker this time. I know that you guys like to make people laugh and make sure people are happy around you. With this High Priestess, this is basically saying pull back. Pull back. Let them sort their own stuff out. Which tells me that if you get in the middle, that does not go well. So just pull back and let them sort their own stuff out. Okay? Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. King of Wands for Capricorn. Capricorns, look at you guys. I think you guys have some inspired strategies for the things that you want to do today, the things you want to get accomplished and how to accomplish them. Yep, and I think that you're doing quite well with that. I do feel like there may be a little bit of going with the flow and pivoting along the way, but the basic ultimate goal, I think you're reaching pretty easily. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Knight of Wands coming in here. So Aquarius, I do think you're taking some kind of inspired, sort of off the cuff type of actions today, and I think they're going to be pleasant and enjoyable, and I think the people around you are going to be enjoying those as well. Pisces, let's look at you guys. Devil card coming up in reverse. Pisces, this is interesting. I think you've got somebody around you is how this feels to me today. Like you have somebody around you who is really trying to stay away from any type of addictive or obsessive energy today. So, if this is Great Uncle Joe who normally drinks a pint of whiskey in the morning and an 18-pack or a case or whatever of beer at night, then this is them really trying to, keep their stuff together without indulging, at least for today. Maybe, I don't know about forever. I don't know about that, but this is somebody definitely trying to keep their stuff together for today, and it's a challenge for them because whatever this is that has a hold of them is pretty big. So really good to give somebody like this some grace today and not judge them so harshly if they're feeling a little grumpy, because they might be going through withdrawals, seriously, and that is no fun. So if they're trying to behave in a certain way that people would like them to behave in, and they're going through withdrawals, I think we still have to kind of give them credit that at least they're trying. That's just my version of life. You guys do whatever you want. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Seriously, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.